All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for this peace coffee? I need to push you over that way. So, dude, this is a no, no, Riv. How dare you nopers me? How dare you? The audacity. This is some no peace, people vanish. Oh my god. But this is peace coffee. Look at this bag. It's huge. All the coffee, Bug. We don't know coffee or coffee. But peace coffee, this bag is huge. It's a Guatemalan bean. It's a very dark roast. Alright. Some tasty notes. You're looking at bittersweet chocolate, cherry, and anisha. Anisha? I always forget what it is. We've had that flavor note before. I'm, again, not very rich and chocolatey. I know, right? I'm not very certain what that implies, what that means. But this is quite the dark roast. Look at these beans. Look how dark those bad boys are. I opened that up and I looked in and I was just like, holy moly, this is going to be a dark roast. I'm so excited for this bean. So excited for this bean. The beans. I know. I'm so excited. You know we love them dark beans. But a big thank you to Peter for redeeming this coffee. I know we had fishes and we had dimes ahead of it, but neither of those beans came in yet. Well, granted, dimes isn't a bean. But neither of them came in yet, so I'm still waiting on them. So they will be next week and the week after. Fishes will be next week, and then dimes will be the week after. But this is Peter's. Thank you so much. His name now is hoodicarus. It seems like Peter changes his name every time that he can. But big thank you, hoodicarus. I know he used to stream, doesn't stream anymore, I guess. But thank you so much, Peter, for your continued support. I know before you have tried to get a roast rate in, and at that time the beans were not available. But I'll still call him Peter. Yeah, same. He will always be Peter. Always. He will always be Peter. But he will be. Thank you so much for your continued support. I know the last roast rate that you redeemed, I was not able to get the beans. They weren't in stock. But we got it this time. It's amazing what happens when you give me one from Amazon instead of some other website. But this is a dark roast. It is super dark. We're supposed to have tasty notes of bittersweet chocolate, cherry, and anisha. I'm not sure which it is because, again, uncultured swine is me. But yes, dark roast, the darker the better. Sign me up. Give me that bitterness on my tongue. Super excited for it. But I think we've done a similar Guatemalan before from the Bean Man. I'm not entirely certain on that. But yes, the darker the better. It doesn't get any better than that. We've talked before how dark roasts are the secret to my heart. Anybody who doesn't know. Yeah, because we've had a Guatemalan that was a dark roast before, but that was words that, we don't really try to say around here. And both of the Hugh Tangos that we did, both from the Bean Man and from MQT Guy, were also dark roasts. Just because they have from my understanding, they're a bigger bean from Guatemala, outside of normal coffee areas that we get some of the beans from. And because of the bigger bean, they are able to take more heat. Less dense, as MQT Guy says. How you doing, MQT Guy, by the way? Welcome in. Because I think Brian told me that one time they can really take the heat, and they can you can typically roast them pretty dark. So this is, again, a Guatemalan bean from Peace Coffee. It's 100% organic. It's supposed to have a soft acidity, and it's supposed to be really smooth. So should be pretty awesome. I am looking forward to it. I cannot wait. We will dive into it. Look at the steam come off of that boy. Wow. Ooh. That dark chocolate hits like a truck right off the first sip. Like it's on your tongue for a second. And it is there. It does have a little bit of the burnt taste that you usually get with the dark chocolate. The dark roasts. There is your answer to what is rich. That is for sure. That is very prominent. It does have a little bit of that burnt aftertaste. But that's what we're here for. Wow, that is delightful. It's very that bittersweet chocolate is hardcore. I am not getting much cherry. Maybe a hair of it, but not. It's not like, because I remember we had cherry taste notes in before. I want to see what this is. I don't know what you are. You are a species of plant. What are you? Flowering plant. Yeah, I get it, but like, what are you supposed to taste like? I don't understand. It almost looks like a seed, like a sunflower seed. What if images? Like, I'm not looking for. But I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. It's weird. But no, the bittersweet chocolate overpowers everything. I can imagine for you sugar coffee drinkers, people, those of you that like to drink your coffee with sugar or creamer, I imagine it would balance out the burnt aftertaste very well. My father drinks his Keurig reference is called, well, now he drinks Rev, but back before he drank Dark Forest, Dark Moon, I don't know. He drank something, and it had a very similar aftertaste. We always joked around with him that if he didn't add the sugar and creamer, he wouldn't like it. But it's very, very smooth. Dark Magic, there it is. But it's very smooth as advertised. The acidity is not bad at all. The only bitterness you really get with it is just with that, again, that dark roast taste. Hey Tara, welcome in. But it's so delightful. This is such a good cup of coffee. And I know I'm biased. I know what I like. And it's a dark roast. Dark roast will always have a soft spot in my heart. I just wish it had more than the bittersweet chocolate notes. Save some for the weekend and I have to try it. Oh, for sure. What's the weekend? What are we doing this weekend? Are we doing something this weekend that I'm supposed to know about? I don't know. But, no, this bag's huge, Night Phase. This bag's huge. This is like 10 pots of coffee. But, I am looking forward to this coffee. This is delightful. Absolutely delightful. If I had to give it a rating, which I do. That's what we do here. It's either going to be a 7 or an 8. It's kind of a one-hit wonder. But Ma, you don't like chocolate. I guess in coffee, you'll have it no matter what, right? It's I'm probably gonna give it a 7, just because that bittersweet chocolate is just so strong that it overpowers everything. It's a great cup of coffee. I love it, but it's not knock your socks off. It's not. It's just got that first smack right in the face, and then it just eases out through whatever. I think maybe if I knew what the anise tasted like, maybe because there's a little bit of something, but I'm not entirely sure what I would qualify it as. And the fact that they turn that into oil for things and cooking processes and procedures, I could see it being something like that. Just the way that it tastes and feels on your tongue. Not saying that it feels oily or anything, but it's a good cup of coffee. I like it. I like it a lot. Peter, hoodicarus, you're already Ma. You're already done with the first book. Mother, you need to slow down. But no, definitely. I'm gonna give it a 7 just because it's like a one-hit wonder. It's nice, it's delightful, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. There's no complex flavoring. There's no complex taste notes. It's just it's that one taste and then fades into the aftertaste of the coffee. And while that's good, it could be better. I can imagine like if you faded into the cherry, it'd be nice. It would be a nice touch, a nice, you know what I mean. But it's just those chocolate notes. So one more time, thank you, Peter. I do appreciate your support. You've been nothing but kind to me the entire time that I've known you, ever since I first met you in Midnight Stream, and then you've worked your way over here. We've had some fun talks. I've appreciated everything that you've brought to the table. When it comes to our streamer-viewer relationship that we have, I can't thank you enough, my friend. I hope you enjoyed your roast rate. One more time for a recap. We have a 7 cups out of 10. And it was really good. Very delightful. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed.